this morning because it was very interesting. So I started making this this lemon drop. I put the bow on what's the last thing I did. And I was trying to figure out where to put my next bow. So I literally went through my brain and found out where I want to put the next bow. So I'm just going to go ahead and put the next bow. As you can see, I have all the other parts here to put on. So it was interesting. We drove to Myrtle Beach, which is a long time. I haven't driven anywhere much in a while. So by the time we got there, it was pretty early, which was very fortunate. Got there very early in the morning, going down to Myrtle Beach, and oh wow, it was like I used to live in South Carolina, and Myrtle Beach was always the place where we, just family vacation. Myrtle Beach was okay. This isn't bad. It's not as bad. It was like, okay, we're here. Going to see some of the same exact things, same exact places. I don't know if it's the same exact people, but it was the same exact things. And I'm like, okay. I'm just gonna see if the same restaurants. I'm gonna introduce myself because before I was going live in the afternoon at 6:30 last week, and this is my second week going live, but I couldn't keep up with that schedule, and I'm being very honest. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna try today. So thank you this morning for joining me as I make this wreath. And my name is Diane. For those of you who may not know me, I'm over here making this wreath that I started last week, which I really haven't had a chance to make yet, finish up. So I'm just going to finish it up this morning with you. So I went and down to Myrtle Beach. Let me go back to my story. I went back there, no problem. But you could not buy any. I was like, what's going on? So you could buy, at least in that county, you can buy liquor from 11 to 7. That's it. You can't do anything else between after or before. So it just sits there. You can watch it. And there's a person that's walking. If you can picture this, it's a whole wall, like literally a huge restaurant, whole wall full of liquor. And you can't buy anything. And I'm like, this is weird. So my boyfriend was like, okay, we'll come back. But we got to eat, and it was a very interesting place. There was a live band, and there was a lot of TVs. So it was good. I wanted to watch the game, but we didn't have time. So here I am. After that, it was the end of the day. We had driven like 8 hours just to get up there. So it was the end of the game. I was like, okay, yeah, that's it. I'm ready to go sleep. The next morning, woke up, and it was raining. But today was the sound check. So some of you may not know what a sound check is. If you look on finding a parking lot to go through and come out on the other side. But it was just, it was bumper to bumper. And by the way, we have an electric car. Yeah, electric car. So if we stay in this traffic, we in trouble. If we don't stay in this traffic, there's no way to turn around. No problem. It was just like, this is going to be very interesting. Finally, we found a parking lot, went through, and was able to go back up to where the soundtrack was, because that's the stage where all of the music and everything. So all I can say is, being younger, being the younger crowd that was there, we can see them, we could watch them. The music, I have no clue what some of the songs were saying, but it was playing. So I just stood there and watched them for a while. And after a while, the cops, oh my gosh, they were just on the stage, at the parking lot, in the parking lot. Most of the vehicles that was on the strip was nothing but cops. When I tell you cops, just nothing but cops. Okay, great. So they left us alone. They didn't bother us. They didn't do anything crazy. So it's now then at Harley Week, there is a place straight down 17. I'm not sure it's Business 17 or 17. I just know it's on 17, where there's like a church and there's a huge yard of place where you can just go in there with your bike and hang out. And there was nothing like that. Harley Week is further down into Myrtle Beach. This week, Black Bikers Week, was in Atlantic Beach, which is very, very small. And so there was a lot of places where you were like, wait a minute, can I turn, can I move? I feel sorry for the people whose houses was right there. But somehow we made it out. Myrtle Beach, another bike week down for this year. I have some video from from Daytona from last year. I'll probably post it just so you can see the difference. But made it out. Was grateful to be there and make it back safely because there were some accidents. There was some accidents. I don't think the person died, but that made the news also. It's crazy. When Saturday, after leaving the Hooters, where all the bikes and sounds and stuff were and trucks, I wanted to go back to where the sound place was because that's where all of the music and everyone was chilling. Could not get in. Drove and drove and drove. Could not even, had to go around the back way to come back and could not even get in. So that told me it was time to leave. Well, when we woke up the next morning on whatchamacallit, on New York Post, there was a stampede at that same place that we couldn't get into. There was a huge stampede of people. 19 people got rushed to the hospital. So I was like, okay, this was a good thing. Didn't get to make it in there. But yeah, that was kind of crazy. But what they said, it was nobody shooting. We did see people with guns on their waist, whatever. That was not a problem. There was a lot of guns to go through. Besides the cops, there was lots of people, riding. But they said there was no shooting. They said it was people that were, somebody just started to run. And then everybody started to run. So there was a stampede and 19 people ended up going to a hospital. But for Bike Week to make it to the New York Post was pretty interesting. But my weekend was absolutely amazing. What was your weekend like? What did you guys do? I know some of you, I may be new to some of you. My name is Diane. Welcome to my live if this is your first time here. I am just talking. I told everyone where I was going last week, so I'm just bringing back the news of the fun times at Bike Week. I love motorcycles, so it's like I don't have one. I'm a great rider, a person who rides in the back. So I'm just telling everyone what it was like, how much fun it was, and the things that I got to do. How was your week? Did I ride? No, ma'am. I'm one of those people, you backseat riders, where you have the backseat rider, even in the car, to tell you what's going on in the back. That's me. Because I don't know. Like, he wants me to get one of those three-wheelers, and there was so many different designs on the part of when I do things. So I'm going to put these flowers in there. You're going to see them sticking through. And then these are the lemons that I got. I don't know if I'll use all of them, but I'll definitely use some of the leaves in them. But I had some more of this yellow. I thought I brought all of it out, but I guess I didn't. I had some more of this yellow right here. Oh, here it is. It fell. It fell. I knew I had more. I always buy. So one day I have a favorite floral supply store in Miami, and I always buy. I went in there, I was looking at the wreaths. It was Christmas, and he was like, "Well, I can make it for you." I was like, "No, I'll make it." He's like, "Well, just remember to buy everything in odd numbers." So from that conversation, and he told me why to balance and everything. I was like, that is a good idea. So